everybody. I decided that I was going to do a what's in the bag video, or in this case what's in my cart. I do usually use my cart because I play a lot of flat courses and I tend to be pretty lazy, so I like to seat on it. So we'll go through my cart. This is a Ridge Roller, the R3 cart. The difference between the R3 and the R1 is this storage pocket down here, and it adds a little bit more height to the cart. The top things about the cart are obviously the fact that it's got a seat on it. Super comfortable to sit on during tournaments or when the benches are all broken at the smaller courses and you're waiting on friends. It's got a pocket in the front for my Sharpie, my Mini. It's got a little zip pocket right here, so you can put your phone, wallet, that kind of stuff in there. And then in the front I keep my putter pockets. Now I'll tip this over so you can kind of get a general idea. I keep all my discs in the right side and they're all organized in a specific way. And then in the left I have my extras, my small stuff, and there are a few little extra small pockets on the inside as well. So we'll start off with the drivers. It's no surprise, I'm primarily a disc craft person. I do throw pretty much everything to try it, but I tend to stick to one brand. So the order of my discs go from the most overstable on the right to the most understable on the left. And then it goes in order of speed. So on the far left are my slower speeds, and on the far right are my higher speeds. So starting off, my highest speed, most overstable driver is this Team Discraft Z Venom. I got this from Tim Barham. This thing is a beefcake. I only really use this for forehands or gigantic hyzer bombs that don't need to go very far. I just need something that's going to make it around a turn and dump. After that, I have this ESP Swirl Nuke. I lost my one that I used to use all the time in a pond at a local course. Picked this up because it was pretty and it immediately fell right into the bag. I use this primarily for flex forehands. I'll actually get a little bit of a flip up with the forehand and then get a really good skip to the right. So my high speed backhand drivers. We have this prototype Zeus or Kong, whichever you wanted to call it at the time. This is, the Destroyer, the Grim, the Time Lapse, the 12.5, -1.3 that every company comes out with at some point. I tend to like the ESP stuff because it's a little bit more grippy. And again, it's pink, like everything else in my bag. Moving down, when I need that overstable distance shot, I throw an Onyx. Every time I've bought one of these, they come out pretty beefy at the beginning and then they slowly wear in and become slightly flippy. But the 6 glide on these is fantastic. Probably my farthest throwing disc out of backhand. Now for the 9 speeds, got a Raptor. This is a Z Raptor. This one's pretty beat up, so it's not as overstable as it once was. This is just a little light forehand flex driver. It feels really good in the hand when it comes to forehands. I don't really backhand it that much. I don't have that power to really get this to flip up at all. And I naturally throw in a little bit of a hyzer, so it doesn't work in my favor. Alright, so in 8 speed, I got my Nitosaurus Passion. This is an ESP Swirl Passion. I absolutely love this thing. It is super stable. Pretty much throw like my mid-ranges power-wise, but expect to go maybe like 30 to 40 feet farther. Same flight pattern as like a Buzz. Slight fade, slight turn. Everything on this is fantastic. I throw this a lot. Start making our way down the slower stuff. For fairways, I have an Athena. This one's dyed by my friend at Space Case Dyes. Check him out. There's a link in the bottom of the video that'll link you to his Instagram and a lot of the work that he does. This dye is probably 2 years old. I love the Athena. Everyone loves a T-Bird or something similar, that 7502. You can give it some power, you know it's going to come back, and if you do turn it over, it's not just going to take off on you. The one downside of this disc is because it's dyed these colors, when it lands upside down, I forget that it's not pink. So I spend way more time looking for this disc than I probably should. Alright, so this is a new addition to the bag, only because of the plastic type. Here in Connecticut, it's winter time, so Z plastic and Big Z are not your friend right now. They just crack with the cold weather. So I'm starting to switch over more stuff towards the softer ESP just because of the grip, and then even some of the Z Flex jawbreaker stuff. So this is Cicada. an ESP. I haven't thrown it yet. I literally just got this the other day again. Thanks, Tim. I'm super excited because I love my Z Cicada. It's just perfectly straight. I don't have to worry about any crazy fade or any crazy turn. I can flip it up and it just stays flat. Alright. So I don't really carry a lot of doubles for the drivers, but I do for my mid-ranges and putters. So my overstable mid-range is this Andrew Presnell Crystal Drone. This thing is a beefcake. I absolutely love this thing. It'll make it around any turn I need it to. And the best part is it doesn't skip. When it hits the ground, it might skip 5 feet, 10 feet, but it doesn't take off like the Raptor would. And then we start moving to my buzzes. Again, another Nodosaurus Rex, ESP Swirl Buzz. This is my just go-to if it's slightly windy for a mid-range shot. It's pretty straight. It has a little bit of reliable fade on the end of it. Everyone loves buzz. Again, because of the cold weather, I'm starting to add some more soft stuff. So this is one of those Jawbreaker Swirl Z-Flex buzzes. It's super, super flexy. I wish I added these in my bag earlier in the season because I played a lot of tournaments this summer where it rained and all of my other stuff was just slipping out of my hand left and right. Where I had one Z-Flex Undertaker, and I used that for pretty much all my shots because it was the only thing I could hold on to. So I'm slowly starting to add this stuff into the bag. Super grippy. This is definitely an understable buzz though. It definitely turns over and then just has that really light turn, just stays to the right. Alright, on to my favorite mid-ranges. Here's an ESP. This is a Ledgestone Edition Swirl Meteor. The Meteors are just the most comfortable mid-range in my hand. I like the really round profile. I don't like any big ridges or sharp edges. I'm not really a bead fan. These are just super, super comfortable. This is my ESP one. This tends to be a little bit more understable compared to my other one that I bag. But I probably have about 15 Meteors at home. I absolutely love this disc. It's great for beginners. It's great for people that like to do hyzer flips and just flip stuff up or have a late turn on things. If you naturally throw it really flat or on an ante to try to flex stuff, not a disc for you because this thing will just turn over and hold it. This is the more stable Meteor. This is the Z Jawbreaker, so the harder version. Get Flippy Meteor. Definitely more straight. It flies more similar to a Buzz SS, but the profile on it in my hand still feels like a Meteor, which is super comfortable to me. So that's why I keep this in the bag. It's my my fake or replica Buzz SS. All right, my approach discs. Again, with the super soft Z-Flex Jawbreaker swirl stuff. This is a Zone. Everyone bags a Zone or a Pig or a Rat or a Tactic, some type of overstable approach disc. Now this one's pretty straight. It does still have fade on the end, but because it's plastic, it tends to be pretty straight, even though it's, you know, a Zone and it's a puddle top. Best part about this is when it hits something, it just kind of tacos and absorbs all the impact. It doesn't skip, it doesn't go far. Even if you hit a tree at like full power, this thing just like slams in the tree and just like falls. So I absolutely love this as a approach disc. Now this is something I just added in the bag. This is an MVP disc. I never thought I'd add one of these in my bag when it came to MVP stuff, but for whatever reason, I played one of those circuit challenges and I fell in love with this disc. This is the Tempo, which is their straight version of a Zone. It's not quite as deep. Great for light backhand stuff you need a little flex out of, or you need something that's going to battle the wind for an upshot. Not quite as overstable as a Zone, but still pretty predictable, and for whatever reason, this just worked out awesome for me during that tournament. We had to play with one of their 3 discs. It was a Tempo, a Servo, and then another one, I think it was a Matrix, I don't remember. And I ended up throwing this on 99% of the shots. I chained out for like 2 to 3 aces. I love this disc. It's a shame that the only way to get them is playing the circuit challenge. So if any of you have one in pink, I could probably use a backup. And then the putters. So I am one of those weird guys that loves throwing putters and everything. I love driving with putters. Anything within like 300 feet, it's a putter shot for me. So I have 4 throwing putters, and they all are slightly different in stabilities. Again, the most overstable one I have is an MVP one, and this is discontinued. This is a particle. So I want to say the numbers on this are 3302.5. Probably similar to an Envy, because I know a lot of people love Envies, but there's just something about this and the way it feels in my hand. I love it. It was given to me at the MVP last year from helping a friend load his van up, and saw this and tossed it to me because he knows I like pink. So this is anytime you need a putter shot that needs to have a little bit of fade to it or get around something, or if it's a little windy. Slightly less overstable, 2020 Tour Series Luna. These are like the holy grail for Lunas. Everyone loves these as throwing putters. They're dead straight with a very reliable fade on the end. The most overstable runs that people have pretty much found tend to always revert back to these. That's why finding them anywhere online, they're always like $50 to $80 even used. I've gotten a few aces with this one. Like I said, I am a huge putter person when it comes to drives. So anything within that 300 foot range, putter. Then I carry a pair of TI discs, and they're very similar. I have a brand new TI Luna. I wanted to try it out to see if it was going to be as overstable as the 2020 Tour Series. It's not. It's definitely more straight flying, has a little bit of fade to it. But this TI plastic is my favorite plastic for throwing putters. Because of that, I have a TI Roach. This is my most common thrown putter when it comes to anything that's straight or even has a little bit of turn to the right. I've gotten a bunch of aces with this one as well. I love the way that this plastic just feels in the hand. I have a feeling this Luna and the Roach are going to end up overlapping because this Roach is super beat in, so it's pretty flippy. And then this Luna is really straight now. As this wears in, I have a feeling they're going to be the same. Now for my putting putters. Hey, look at that, Roaches. I absolutely love Roaches. I've been playing now for about 7 years. My first putter I ever got was an AVR like everyone else gets. About a month into playing, I saw a player that I was playing with on the same card throw over water with his Luna and park it, and I was like, I got this, not a problem. So I tried to do it with my KC, and being very new, my AVR went directly right into the center of the pond, never to be seen again. I went to my local store, explained to the guy that I just want a very straight putter and I like beadless, and he handed me a Roach, and I have been putting with Roaches ever since. I'll still try other putters when friends try to, coax me into a different brand or a different mold, but I always find myself going back to the Roach. And I like the Z Swirl. I'm sorry, not the Z Swirl. I like the Jawbreaker Swirl. And out of all the ones that I've liked, these Vanessa Van Dyken runs, I think they're at this point they're 2020s, were my favorite run. I probably have about 5 or 6 of them. Every once in a while I'll see them pop up on eBay for like 12, 13 bucks, so I try to pick them up if they're pink or purple because it's the only time they ever made them. And this is just a Discraft Underground one. Very similar. It's not a swirl, it's just a regular Jawbreaker. And these are my 2 putters, putting putters. In the side of the bag, carry 1 to 2 tacky sacks. My hands sweat a ton in the summer. Like, I end up having to go through like 2 or 3 chalk bags on a normal summer day if it's above like 75 degrees. Can't help it. Chubby guy problems. It is what it is. These I like because they're not pure chalk. This is like an earth blend, and there is some room in there for the stuff to break up and move around. So if it does get soaked, throw it on the ground, roll it around a little bit, it dries right back up. I'm going to be working with them because they are a sponsor of me and the channel, and get some custom logo Disc Golf Life chalk bags or dry bags, and I'll have them for sale shortly, so I'll let you know when I do. A portable speaker, always a must during casual rounds. Everyone likes listening to music. The JBL, this is one of the clips, I'm not sure. I think I have like 3 of these. They've just acquired over time from gifts and Christmas things and exchanges. They're great, they're waterproof. They're not too expensive, they're usually like 50 bucks. It is winter time right now, so an important thing is a set of hand warmers. I carry these electric rechargeable ones. A lot of people like those, like the little throwaway disposable ones you wave around the air. They oxygenate and get warm. These I like because they have 3 different settings. I usually get about a round and a half out of them if they're on full high. They split apart, so you can put one in each hand, or you could clip them together for just one in your throwing hand. Up until about a month ago, this was constantly stolen out of my bag from my girlfriend. She always has like freezing cold hands. These would go missing, and it would always be like in the middle of a round, my hands would get cold. I'd look in my cart, in my bag, gone. She would always sneak them out. So for Christmas this year, I got her own set, so mine are going to stay in my cart where they belong. To help aid with that, one glove. I only put a left-hand glove in there because I wear it when I'm throwing. I can't put my right hand in a glove, again, because my hands are always sweating. If I put my right hand in a glove in the winter, it would get too warm and end up sweating. I usually only run my hand warmers on a lower medium because of that. This doubles as my rangefinder sleeve just because I don't have one of those fancy little bags or cases for it. I bought this or won this I think actually from a little auction on one of the Facebook groups. I would like to say I use it and it's helpful. It usually is more so my friends and I can judge distance for shots and make fun of each other to see who's more accurate, or to humble people when they say they can throw 400 feet and then we go to a field and it lasers at 320. Not super helpful in the woods anyways, which is what New England's used to, or filled with. I carry a couple Sharpies, silver one for all the darker discs, a blue one as a backup, and I keep a black one in the front. For whatever reason, every time I play, a Sharpie gets stolen from my bag, so I have like a box of these at home that I constantly have to keep refilling them with. I have a strap for my knee. So I have patellofemoral syndrome because of my ACL reconstruction I had years ago. So I wear this, put it right below my kneecap. It helps with the soreness there. I don't always remember to put this on. Usually it's about mid-round when my knee starts getting a little sore. I realize it and then put it on. Or if I forget and I'm limping after the round, my girlfriend reminds me, hey, you didn't wear your brace, did you? Correct answer is no, I didn't wear it. I need to wear it more often. 2 more things. I have an ankle brace. I don't know what happened earlier this season, or I guess last season, 2023. I didn't roll my ankle, but I have a metal plate in my ankle from a previous surgery, and then just one day it randomly got sore and it felt weak. And it was more and more sore the more often I played. It didn't hurt per se, it wasn't excruciating, but it was sore. So I picked up one of these off Amazon. If I'm playing 2 rounds in a day or if I'm playing a tournament, I always bring this. It helps just prevent the soreness at least one more round. And the last thing, an extra towel. You never have too many towels. I keep this goat towel up here. It's pink, it matches everything. If this gets too soaked or someone forgets one, I have this Ridge Roller cartel one that I bought. It just matches the cart, black and pink. It's always good to have at least 2 towels, especially now it's winter time. I should probably put a 3rd one in there. People forget them and just get wet and muddy all the time up here now this time of year. And even though it's bad for nature, I realize in the back I have one of the disposable hand warmers. This one's one of the body warmers, so I guess this is a backup in case my electric ones die. I didn't even realize this was in my cart, but it is. So that's pretty much everything in the cart. I will do a separate video about the cart itself because Ridge Roller is helping do like a sponsorship and they're helping promote me in the channel, so I want to do a separate video for them. I put Velcro backing underneath the bottom of the lid. It puts all my sponsors and friends that I support on here. So Disc Golf Bra sponsors me, Circle One Disc Golf. This is a Notosaurus patch. I just love the color combo, and it's been super helpful with disc choices in the past, hence why I bag 2 of her discs now. Heiser Disc Sports is a shop I worked at, still work at, kind of part-time to help out with. They're very supportive of me and this channel and doing tournaments. The Ridge Roller Cartel, again, working with them this year, and Throw Pink. They don't do anything for me. I just like throwing the color pink. I love what they do, and a lot of proceeds from tournaments around here and charities go to them. I have my name and PDGA number here. I used to have that on my bag because I would always forget it because I am terrible with memory. Now that it's here, I never forget it, which is kind of a cool aesthetic. And then I have 2 minis. These are custom epoxy minis that I had made. Shiny Psyducks are on them. Psyduck is my favorite Pokemon. but I never have to worry about forgetting a mini because I always have 2 stuck there. The top of the cart, my friend Craig has a 3D printing business. He printed me a little ring that fits really tight around the handle on this and allows you to clip things to it, speakers, towels, that kind of stuff. And then I have a RAM mount, one of their claws, that allows you to adjust and it lets you fit your phone into it. This is fantastic if you ever want to film during a solo round. You want to get that A shot, you're practicing that one shot, you want to see your form. Wherever your cart is, you bring this. It's always got like a built-in tripod to it. And then the last but not least, I have a pocket for my water bottle. I have a small one in it now. I usually have like a large Yeti in this. When I'm carrying my backpack, I use a smaller bottle because the bigger Yeti and Stanley water bottles are super heavy. There's no need for that. Usually though, I don't have water in this. I have an iced coffee. I am an iced coffee connoisseur. I drink iced coffee year round, doesn't matter what temperature it is. But that's it. That's my what's in my cart. Again, I prefer the cart anytime I could use it over the bag. I have a really nice Squatch Legend 2.0 bag. It's super comfortable. I picked it up last year after caddying for Bradley Williams at MVP. I wore his for 3 rounds in a row or 4 rounds in a row. And I immediately ditched my old bag and bought one of those because of how comfortable it was. So if the course has a lot of hills, I wear the bag. If it's super icy and that kind of stuff and deep snow, I bring the bag. But this is my main disc carrying choice device. And of course, pink. I absolutely love the color pink. It's the easiest color to spot. When I first started, I bought all green discs because I started in winter. And then I realized it was a mistake because I lost everything in the spring. So pink it is. That's it. That's what I'm carrying this season. I'm going to try the Pixel. I'm excited. That's coming out now. And I'm still on the search and hunt for a Jawbreaker Z Flex Roach. So when that pops up on eBay or something and I can find a pink one, I'm definitely going to be adding that to my bag because I love roaches. I have them in every plastic known to mankind, and I want to try it. So that's it. Any similarities to your bags? Any differences? Anything that you think I should add that I don't have? Again, try to stick to Discraft if you can. I'm willing to try everything. Just let me know. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe, share. I'm going to be doing a video soon regarding my sponsors and all the things that they're doing and the stuff that they support me with. And that's it. Thanks for watching.